In this video, we're going to go over my little process here. I'm getting prepared for the December 12th group game, Star Wars Legion, here in my gaming hall. This is where I spend a lot of my time in the late afternoons when I'm done with work, if I'm not over in my paint build area, and just working through the rules right now. Basically teaching myself the rules of Star Wars Legion. I can watch videos here. Since this is a smart TV, I can pop on some YouTube videos, build videos. I've got a sci-fi movie in right now, so it's a really great space. It's peaceful down here. I've got plenty of lighting, so it's a great place to hang out, right? So I'm basically just doing a test battle here. I've got just the starter kit, and this is not the complete starter kit. This is just two factions of rebels, two factions of stormtroopers, Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, and laying out the cards, laying out the tokens, and basically, going over the rules. Now this will come with your starter set. This is the learn to play rules. And I always thought before I bought this game, they had a nice hardback rule book that had the more advanced rules, etc., in it. Well, no, they do not have a quote-unquote rule book. You go online and they have this. This is the rules reference. So I got on my LaserJet printer, double-sided the copies, ordered some slickies. I have a box of 50 of these, so I'll be using those in the future to bind scenario rules and things like that here in the gaming hall. But that's kind of how I did it. So what I understand is there are some ambiguities in here, which I've already run into. Imagine that. We've got some ambiguity, some things that aren't completely clear. There's been some changes since this was printed in terms of nitty-gritty aspects of the rules. You get your quick reference here on the back. So what you could do is you go into like movement here. You can go to the new reference rules reference, and what you can do is clarify it. Now they're going to have different versions, and they are referring to this as the living rules, which means they can make changes, errata, etc., and then you could just go and print out the changes and add them to your booklet. I don't know, my first impressions of this rule set is it's more complicated than I thought it would be. I thought this would be fairly cookie cutter, since they are marketing this game to such a large audience. There's so many people that love Star Wars. I have Star Wars X-Wing. A lot of people got started in Star Wars X-Wing. Then they had Star Wars Armada, and then Star Wars Legion, which is the miniatures game, which I do like. It's taking some getting used to, though. There's lots of cards. There's lots of tokens. So it's not going to be... Well, it's going to be a steep learning curve with this game, because typically when you've got all these different aspects to a game, it takes a while to get to learn the rules, because there's a lot more strategy to the rules with all of these different cards and tokens and things that you can do with your activation. Now the other thing I'll go over with you guys that are thinking about getting into Star Wars Legion is the fact that we pass this token around. Looks like a counter, actually, and you can see it goes from 1 to 6. Now by 6 turns of this game, it's over, right? So you have 6 turns, and then you start adding up victory points, whether objectives were taken, and determining who the victor was, unless obviously before 6 turns you annihilate your opponent and kill all of his forces. So I'm kind of digging down into this thing. I'm getting to the point where I'm actually going to start making some of my first actions and rolling for hits and things. The other thing is now I know why they play on a 3x3 board a lot of the times, because it immediately forces you into action since you're only going to have 6 turns. I'm probably on this table layout. I've got some older Warhammer buildings that I dug out of my display cabinet or my cabinets, and they're working fine for now. I want to get some more deserty style buildings before the 12th to put out onto the table. But yes, this is the same layout we used for the battle group game, but it's going to be perfect for futuristic sci-fi games also. So I'm going to get a lot of use out of this desert mat. The palm trees, I've got more palm trees I'm going to build because we are going to do Battle Group Pacific, right? Battle Group Pacific, and I can really do some cool layouts for this battle mat. And get like a strip of the ocean to do where the landing craft come in and all that sort of thing. So the desert mat's going to work out great. I've got the grass mat I'm going to start working on for the Hail Caesar game. I got some of those minis out on the table over here. That's basically the old starter kit for Hail Caesar that came with the hardback. I've been in communications with Mr. Zach. He's on board with playing the January 23rd, 10 a.m. Saturday. He's building the new starter box. It appears that it does come with more troops, more Romans, more Celts. He's ordered some other kits. He's got a catapult. I have a Scorpion. He has a Scorpion. The new kit, it appears, comes with the softback book, which is cool, and getting more troops in the box, in the starter box. So between his force and my force, by the 23rd of January, we're going to have a great setup here for at least a 2v2 battle, we're hoping, right? So, yeah, so get on over to Alan Smith Hobby and War Games on Facebook. Get on there. Let us get to know you. If you're a local player, you'd like to come play on one of the group game days, we would be glad to have you. And you can hang out with us behind below the TV here. We'll have food set up and all those good things. Hopefully by then I will have had my Besta model IKEA cabinets, which are 30 inches tall, so we can still put things on top of these display cabinets, drinks, food, armies, and underneath will be lit display cases. We're going to have one on either side of the table, and we're going to have one below the TV. And those fold-up tables will go away. So looking forward to that. So yeah, just a quick update here in the gaming hall, working through those Star Wars Legion rules. A lot of fun, step by step, watching some good programming, and yeah, really stoked and looking forward to December 12th. So definitely tune in. That's in the future here. We're going to have it back up on the channel. Thanks a lot, guys. Hit like, hit subscribe, and for whatever you do, for God's sake, don't stop gaming.